好，我回来了。看到这一声应该就知道了，没有错。先改钱，轻松玩嘛。然后刚刚说什么来着？不要进酒吧。那就让我好想进酒吧。
Another day at the cannery.
Don't go knocking your work. At least we've
Got my sights on you.
你盯着我干嘛？
Sorry, I got a lot to do.
Carry on.
You read the latest report?
Only the part that said we ain't making our quotas.
If only McDevitt's folk hadn't abandoned us. Cannery could use those extra hands.
Nothing we can do about that.
Sure there is. We can have another zero-G.
Staying long?
Spacer's choice takes care of its own.
I don't know you.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. The Unreliable, you say? Never heard of any company supply ship with that particular name. I don't know what you're about, but this here's a Spacer's Choice drinking establishment. We're all loyal, hard-working company folk here. You really think so? That's kind of you. I've been trying to keep the floors clean. You got no idea how long it takes to scrub the tiles. Guess I misreckoned you. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to be curt. We just got some problems lately. I can get you a drink if you'd like. Gotta ask you to enjoy your beverage within the premises, though. Can't risk you bringing a drink over to those deserters. You understand.
So guy. 说的逃亡者是怎么回事？
Traitors. The lot of them. Bunch of folks
我
decided
懂。
they were tired of
因为这
working
边
and
反乌托
went out
邦
into the wilds to fend
他
for
们
their
活
own
不下去啊。
selves. Town's already struggling to make quotas, even without that band of slackwits abandoning their posts. Bunch of lazy, shiftless rung leeches. Anyway, enough about them. What can I do for you?
先来杯喝的吧。
Coming right up.
你卖了什么呢？精神属性加1，身体属性加1。啥都不买也不好，我买一瓶。就这样。
Oh, I almost forgot. I'm contractually obligated to recite company slogans to any visitors.
是那个吗？
Plague got you feeling woozy? Get yourself boozy with Spacer's Choice.
我操，太可怕了。
Go ahead. Ugh, is this the start of a joke? If you want me to laugh at your jokes, it's a 3-drink minimum.
好
Coming right
吧
up.。
改了钱就是任性，会有别的。
You tried the best, now try the rest. Spacer's Choice.
有吗？有吗？
Go ahead. I don't see how that's any of your business.
OK。
And there's no need for you to pry either.
啊，跟刺猬一样，好吧。我说服等级不够，等一下我先处理一下我的吸入器，都买那么多了，对不对？不放的话也太可惜了。按 F 直接使用，放进去，好。
We'll get you mostly drunk at half the price. Spacer's Choice. Do you now? And what makes you think Mr. Thompson wants to talk to you? He's a busy man. You want to talk to Mr. Thompson, try ignoring your duties. He'll summon you up to that great big tower atop the cannery, and you'll get yourself a proper dressing down. It is a good thing. If you're not pulling your weight, you don't deserve to live here. Simple as that.
看起来是一个怎么讲，高度功能化的社会。就这家伙吧，好吧，不很重要。
Wish we had some better rations.
Nothing I can do about it.
哎呦，走错路了。
Welcome to the Spacer's Choice Constabulary. We are Halcyon's leading brand in frontier justice. The office is writing up promotion. Purchase 3 criminal investigations and the 4th one's free.
如果你在掠夺者问题上需要帮手，
As a Spacer's Choice Constable, I am authorized to grant you legal authority toward apprehending wanted criminals. Know how to carry yourself in a fight? I've got bounties out for these 3 marauders. Cross them off and bring me their fingers. Just 1 per marauder, please. I'll dust off the old fingerprint roller. As long as your questions fall within the acceptable margins of curiosity. His likeness decorates many a wanted poster. Do you have any relevant information about this individual?
那个博士。
You are correct. An outstanding bounty has been posted for information pertaining to the whereabouts of Phineas B. Wells.
Oh, 我刚刚该不会可以告发他吧？
Sometimes I wonder what I'm doing.
我们逛来逛去，逛来逛去，这边没有东西。啊哈，可以随便捡吗？哎，我看到了，就是我的了。犯罪活动真的吗？可是，看起来没事啊。我都进来随便乱翻了耶。干，讲真的，这里是哪里啊？我就这样进来，然后随便乱拿东西，没问题吗？不可能没问题吧？ 哈哈哈。嗯，好哦。
Hey, you hear about Wilson?
Heard Marauders got in.
Just between us, Wilson deserted. Lost his nerve. Ran off in the thick of night.
You kidding me? Damn. Always thought he was made of scurvy stuff.
I think he was plagued. Guess he didn't want to die in the sick house.
Plague? Ah, shit. I had some of this salt tuna.
You moron.
You some sort of freelancer?
我穿的跟你们一样，你问我是不是自由营业者？
Don't make me report you to Mr. Thompson.
火气很大哦。自动售货机，哎呦吼，挺方便。啊哈，好啦，也许改天啦，改天。我是。 这边多拿的话就会有事情。
It's alright. I got a lot to do.
Hey,
罐头工厂罐头工厂是随便一个闲杂人等，说来就来，说走就走了。
Miss Holcomb, I need to explain this big lesson. The grease monkey, Argo?
I'm sorry, Mr. Thompson, sir. You asked why it's taking so long to fix. The answer's technical.
Don't apologize. Just try using small words for me.
The cans bust open in the oven because she's set to cook saltuna, which isn't what we've got. Mr. Thompson? I think there's someone here to see you.
没事没事，你们慢慢聊。
Focus, Miss Holcomb. You and I are
不用
still
在意我，
talking.
我去旁边蹲着。
Let's start over. Walk me through the process. Show me where it's going awry.
Well, sure. It's, mostly on account of what we're feeding into the mechanism.
It puts food in cans. We have food, we have cans. Why won't it work like we need?
She's expecting saltuna of a certain size. We're filling the cans with, well, not fish.
Seems we've got a guest. Really now, Parvati, I do wish you'd spoken up. I do apologize.
有，
I
他
was
刚有
given
提
no
醒你，
forewarning of your arrival, or I might have welcomed you at the gates myself.
他刚刚明明有提醒你。
You were saying, Miss Holcomb.
It's just what Bess needs is a proper refurbish. I can bandage her up and what all, but she's just old. Sorry, I'm sorry. I'll do better.
And I do wish you'd stop referring to our cannery as Bess. Personification of company property is strictly contrary to the Spacer's Choice Code of Conduct. My apologies. I am not in the habit of allowing my guests to witness such a row. Now, what can I do for you?
我们可以从自我介绍开始。我是品客。
I'm Reed Thompson, Outpost Administrator. I cannot help but notice you
我
are
明明
not
就
in
穿
uniform.
着，我穿着啊。
Yes, so it dawns on me. Seems I allowed my excitement to run away with my wits. Been a few seasons since we've had a visitor pass through.
Only regulator we got is hooked up to the town transformer. Mr. Thompson ain't liable to be keen on dismantling it.
I beg your pardon. I am most emphatically not keen on any such thing. I can't let you have our power regulator. But I happen to know of another one. And I happen to know exactly how you may retrieve it without frying yourself in the process.
让我猜猜，在帮我之前，你需要我先为你办点事。
My proposition benefits the both of us. Please, hear me out. There's a power regulator in the old botanical lab. It's mostly abandoned, so all that power is being squandered. Go down to the geothermal plant. Reroute power from the botanical district over to us. Once their power's shut down, you can have their regulator and be along on your way. You're the first stranger to wander into town in an age. Scripture tells us that nothing happens without reason.
好吧。
The geothermal plant was built by our owners, Spacer's Choice. Lit up the whole Vale once upon a time. Most of the Vale is now abandoned. All that power is going to waste. We could use the power. Cannery's been struggling. If we don't ramp up productivity, the company might cut us loose.
所以你也是公司的就是怎么讲？你也是被压榨的一员。
We are doing our very best. Trouble is, we simply do not have enough hands working the cannery. I was not entirely sure how to tell you this. The botanical labs are not legally inhabited, but there are people who live there. No, I do not imagine they will be pleased. But like a parent disciplining an unruly child, you will be doing them a kindness. The people living in the botanical labs, they're deserters, former workers. I need them back at their posts. I need them to come home. Good law, no, I don't want you killing anyone, least of all them. My hope is that by cutting off their power, you will convince those deserters to come back to town. Before you go to the plant, I want you to stop by the botanical lab. Speak to their leader, Adelaide. Tell her the power's about to go, and that it's time her band of deserters came back to town. Adelaide's older than the other deserters. She's dignified, kindly. From what I understand, her camp looks to her for leadership.
感觉逃亡者，哎呀。
That reason was me. I asked too much and pushed too hard. But I am ready to make amends if they are willing to return to the fold. We belong to one community, the Spacer's Choice family. If we dissolve into factions, then we will all perish separately. Adelaide will understand that.
My dad told me all about the plant. Taught me all he knew. I could come in useful. I mean, if that's all right with you, Mr. Thompson. Sir.
I hesitate to part ways with Miss Holcomb, but I cannot deny that she is talented and may prove useful to you. You will need an administrative passcode in order to enter the plant. I am trusting you with mine, and trusting Miss Holcomb to guide you if you'd like.
Okay. Great! I got my wrenches and diagnosticators and hairpins and engine tape, so I'm all set.
Well, I am glad to hear that. Best of luck to you, and thank you again for your help. It is a lot to ask of a stranger, I know.
好，哦，就是直接加上去了嘛，还不错。 哦，なるほど。
We better clear out of Mr. Thompson's
好
office
啊，
before
好
we
主意，
talk.
我也这么觉得。
We better clear out of Mr. Thompson's office before we talk.
也是啊，刚刚被修理过而已。多了一句。
Hey, mister, can we talk? Sorry. Can we talk?
可以啊，当然。
Sorry. You just want to get out of here. And you likely don't want to tag along like me. It's just, Mr. Thompson has his own view on matters, on account of it's his job and what all, but that's not the only side of the tale.
哎呀，我也料到了。
Oh, he ain't a liar. He believes every word he says. It's just, he doesn't always get where other folk are talking from. To Mr. Thompson, a person's a gear. It does its job quiet-like. If it squeaks or stutters, it gets replaced. The deserters are decent folk. I knew some of them before they left.
当然，我这一轮不打算大开杀戒啊。他们不攻击我的话，什么都好说。
I don't know anybody well. I mostly listen to them talk, kept my head down. There was a boy named Thomas who used to follow me around, asking questions about the stuff I fixed. He was real sweet to me. Not any sort of dissident.
结果他也被赶出去了吗？
Miss McDevitt? Oh, gosh, no. She was a real important person. A flavorist. Made all the food taste decent. She used to work up in the big office with Mr. Thompson. All I know is she left after her son died. It was a real big to-do. I could hear them both yelling clear from my own place.
看来矛盾是这么产生的。
Life's hard here. Especially for them that don't fit in so well. We're one big Spacer's Choice family, but every family's got the one the rest whisper about. Mr. Thompson's aiming to take away their power. They'll have no lights to see, nor heat to cook. They'll be at the mercy of marauders or worse. I think you should talk to the town's vicar about it. Max, his name is. Thanks, mister. I just think when you gotta make a decision that'll hurt somebody, it's best to think on the right and wrong of it. That's what my dad used to say anyways.
你爸很睿智。
Sure. I'm going. Heading back. On my way. Okay.
我去。
Yep, be right over.
存个档。不行 ，OK。我现在是往
I'm sorry. I'll just be a minute.
You had a minute. Next one comes out of your pay.
Ease off the threats, friend. I'm going.
Boss's orders. We all got quotas to make.
哇，兄弟，你就这样坐在这边休息吗？没问题吗？
You're safer inside the walls.
啊，是啊。
I've always felt weird in here. It's too clean.
Move along.
Talking to the good vicar always lifts up my spirits.
Hey there, Mary. Don't see you round here too often.
Oh, I just came to talk to the vicar is all. None of us are above confessionals.
What have you got to confess? You ain't big enough to serve.
Yes, what is it?
you're an outsider. Fantastic. Vicar Maximilian de Soto at your service. Or Vicar Max, if you're the sort who prefers brevity. And Ms. Holcomb as well. How rare to see you out. And with a complete stranger. Curious.
Just tagging along, Vicar DeSoto. Don't mind me.
I so rarely get new people to talk to. Name your poison, anything at all. Spiritual counseling? This season's tossball predictions? The quickest way out of town? They who are not satisfied with their work are satisfied with nothing. No? How about, work fortifies the spirit. True exhaustion awaits idle hands. The OSI teaches that the Grand Architect set a perfect system in motion at the beginning of time. Contentment is found by accepting one's role in that grand plan.
太可怕了吧？科教团。
You don't talk to the Grand Architect. Once the universe was set in motion, it stepped back. It has no concern for us. We will eventually decode the plan and all its intricacies. Once we are able to deduce the properties of every particle in the universe and its trajectory, we will know everything. The future, the past, each person's place within the plan, all will be laid out before us, removing struggle and bringing peace. No one will ever need question their path again. Some even believe this ultimate knowledge will unlock mankind's true potential, and we will all become akin to Grand Architects ourselves, after a fashion.
我们还是别聊这个。
What would you like to discuss?
What? I thought you would talk to him.
You wanted to speak to me, Ms. Holcomb? Every time I've tried to engage you in conversation, you look at the floor, answer in single words, and slink away. I can't imagine what would be so grave as to drive her to my mission. What has Mr. Thompson asked you to do? Depriving them of safety from the marauders and wildlife. I can see why that troubles you. Miss Holcomb has a soft heart. Always has, if you believe the talk. They rejected the order of society and live beyond the walls so thoughtfully provided by our Spacer's Choice patrons. Does that strike you as a responsible life choice? Assuming your goal is to save as many as possible, then you should bring everyone together. Send the power to Edgewater and convince the deserters to return to the fold. Not if things are left to stand as they are. If you don't mind a bit of unsolicited advice, be cautious on your way to the geothermal plant. It is not as safe as you might assume. One of the reasons I transferred here was to fulfill my duty in hunting down banned heretical texts. I happen to know such a book is, as we speak, tainting a collector's library in Emerald Vale. However, the collector's residence lies outside the town's walls. My retrieval efforts have been thwarted by marauders who have overrun the property. Should you fare better than me, I'd pay a handsome sum for the book.
小姐姐，这家伙看起来不像是自己人啊。他会回答我吗？
I just want to keep the writing out of layman's hands. It wouldn't do for such information to fall into public consumption. It's a handwritten journal, a faded blue cover with the name M. Bakonu handwritten in the lower corner. I'll mark where I saw it on your map. Assuming you're serious?
那可不一定。
It is not only a beautiful relic of a bygone time, it's also the thoughts of an early thinker on the nature of man's place in the cosmos. Not many in this colony could understand its true value, should they ever read it.
好吧。
Thank you. If you retrieve it, you can always find me here.
我去帮你找。
Where are we headed?
你满意了吗？
That's on account of how I never met her. It's hard to miss what you never knew. I don't ponder it over much. She was in another division of the Spacer's Choice family. She worked in the Vale a few months, sorting the cannery computers. Her contract said any kids she had, expected or not, belonged to her office from the time of conception. So when I was born, I got
看看
sent
这
here.
种社会怎么活得下去？
Could be. Reckon I'll never know. You mean about the mission being too clean? I know, but Vicker says the universe is a machine.
我们在
and
他
it
面
runs
前
by law.
谈这个不合适吧？
Real machines have gunked up oil, scratches, and worn bits. You can tell they've seen handling, been used by folk. The machine Vicker sees is one ain't never been run. It's not for people to live in. It's something on a museum shelf
有
under
道理。
glass.
所以
The Vicar's about the only soul in the Vale who spends his time thinking on what is and ain't right. It's just that when he looks at me, I feel I disappoint him.
好吧，我们走吧。哎，可以不虚此行吧？了解的够多了。那基本任务都在墙外了嘛？我们该做哪一个？ 我们先出去吧，先出去再说。同伴菜单。 算了，还是别带这个。我带上去不能拿下来吗？好哦。哈哈哈哈哈！怎么会这样？Oh man！ 好吧。 这个岩浆，你有好好跟着我吧。啊， 原本好，这是不必发生的战斗吗？ 你有升级吗？没有。继续点对话。震慑。对，没有错。继续点对话。直接冲起来干一票啊！太夸张了。你有了是不是？好吧，那这个我自己留着。 知道。我刚没有杀过这些人啊。That's where.
Move along, stranger. We don't want any trouble.
好，我把枪收起来。没事没事。
I don't know you. Whatever you're looking for, it ain't here. Move along.
哎呀，别这么说嘛。
Armed strangers wandering into my camp for one. Some of my camp wandering out for another. You want to try standing outside in the heat, keeping your sights open for the next marauder raid? No, I'm sorry. That was unworthy of me. Lady named Zoe went missing some nights ago. Just up and vanished without a trace. Now I'm pacing around wondering if marauders got to her. It's not like Zoe to go wandering. Figured she might be out scavenging, but that ain't exactly her talent. Can't imagine where she's gone. Vale's a wide place. She could be anywhere. Appreciate it. Honest. I'll tell you what I can.
没错，我需要线索。
Vex me. If she told anybody, they ain't telling me. I'd check her room, but I got yelled at for snooping once already.
看来你是他的监护人。
Well enough to know we never got on. Zoe and Stefan were close. If anybody knows the workings of her mind, he does.
那我们最好先去找史特凡吧。
She was lazy and thoughtless, but she's still one of our own. Could be. Dangers aplenty out there. No telling why marauders would steal somebody like Zoe. Got no useful skill as far as I could tell. Marauder gang just moved into the districts a little ways east. Their numbers are growing. Gotta come from somewhere.
好。
What is it?
先办正事。
Over in the hothouse, tending crop.
谢谢你。哇，你看这场景设计。
If you're hungry, there's meat turning on the spit outside. If you're bearing illness, find a place to lay your head down and I'll fetch you a poultice. Whatever your troubles with Edgewater, leave them at the gates and be welcomed here. Any questions, dear? I have been called that, among other things. Green Thumb, grandmother, the strange old lady who keeps flowers. But yes, Adelaide will do just fine.
Excuse me, Miss McDevitt? Sorry, it's just... You got such pretty trees in here.
Why, thank you. You're Robert's girl, aren't you? I remember when you were but a sprout. Thomas speaks of you often. Are you staying long? You should try some of my tobaccorn tea. I brew it in an old spittoon, but it's been cleaned. A home for anyone who's ever turned their backs on Edgewater. A home for those of us with nowhere left to go and nothing to lose. So, like the spores of the puffball, cast on the wind and alighting on fresh soil, we put down new roots. It is an unpleasant story, dear. But the short of it is that sometimes one wakes up and realizes the place that was once her home for much of her life has changed. The home in which we spent our lives has left us behind, and so we must move on. And that is as much as I will say on the subject. Reed Thompson, you here on behalf of that cold-eyed reptile? Let's hear it. What's Reed's idea of peace, then? Make amends. Spare me. Only thing Reed knows how to make is a mess. Like everything else that comes out of Edgewater, that peace offering is canned. I and my own are living just fine out here by ourselves.
不要激动，不要激动。
He would do such a thing. The question is, why would you agree to his plans?
没有啊，我没有同意他。
Cannery's got a regulator. You want chip parts, you ought to rip them out of the cannery's guts and leave us be. If you're going down to the plant, you should divert power away from Edgewater and toward our end of the grid.
你们这样子互相伤害有意
Think
思。
about it. You'd be liberating an entire town from a lifetime of service to that odious cannery. Seems the sort of thing a hero would do. You've seen that miserable excuse for a town with your own lamps. Hollowed out workers laboring their lives away at the cannery, living off whatever scrap Spacer's choice throws them. You know that's true, don't you, Ms. Holcomb? Your father died of overwork. His heart gave out.
He was tired all the time, sure, but he was old, ma'am, and he raised me all by his lonesome.
Look what they did to this child. Lost her family to the company, and still she defends them.
I'm all right. I ain't so fragile.
That was unkind of me. I'm sorry, dear.
好吧。
I trust you will listen to your conscience.
选择困难呐、我们还是先做点轻松的吧。我看明天也是上早班，我们先做点轻松的。先把可以办的事情先办了。
You hungry? We got canid ribs, canid flank, canid snout too. Something I can help you with? You mean Zoe? Yeah, we were pretty close. Not like her to go loping off.
我想也是啊。
Zoe was always obsessed with this cereal. Masked marketeer. A scion of Byzantium turns to banditry and teaches his marauder companions the wisdom of free market economics. Shame she up and vanished when she did. I had a surprise lined up for her. You sound like some type of corporate fixer asking all these questions.
没有，其实是收银员。
The other day I got my hands on a genuine copy of the latest Masked Marketeer. I was gonna surprise Zoe with it, but she was gone the next day.
感觉很不寻常呀。
Can't say I recall Zoe ever acting strange. Well, except for her habit of writing things down
所
on
以我在
scraps
他
of
家找
paper.
到废纸的话，其
She
实就差
called
不
it
多。
journaling, but I think it's just plain odd. Zoe and I were going to watch the serials, as is our custom. She never turned up. I looked around, but she was nowhere to be found.
OK，
Hey, I got time.
还有吗？
I'll help if I can.
没了吗？好，先这样。哎，这应该就旧日记了吧？就是今天了，佐伊。今天就是你将命运掌握在自己手中的日子。我一直在听格雷斯谈论掠夺者的威胁，一大帮狂野又无拘无束的强盗生活在山上的营地，靠枪口火焰为自己保暖。也许会把敌人的头颅戳在长钉上，警示我这样的人，生活舒适又安逸，没有任何条条框框。我敢打赌，如果能组织起来，他们可以拿下整个地区。我一直在偷尝阿德莱德的食物，哇！而且我还有鱼玉的金枪鱼罐头，如果省着吃，应该能够我撑上好几个星期。我还有肾上腺、飙升素，人人都爱死，这是掠夺者也一样，对吧？我感觉如果拿几管肾上腺飙升素在掠夺者眼前晃两下，他们估计会同意我加入他们，这一定超赞。这小妮子。跑去参加掠夺者，也不是认真的。再也不回到水岸镇，再也不见罐头工厂，再也不听好的女士，也没有再来一罐马的机会了。他是被逼走了，但他现在后悔了，他后悔了，他想要回到那个，哎，真是的，看来在外面的生活不容易啊。哎，哨兵，也许我们可以聊聊。
What is it? I'll tell you what I can.
好吧。
What is it?
我猜我到时候可能会不小心开枪误杀他，毕竟我掠夺者如果有名声系统的话，我在掠夺者之中的名声应该已经坏到不行。好多敌人啊！哦，不是，你直接上。 我该说你傻好。
Yeah, huh?
算了，无言以对。哎，真是。 犬怪是可以驯服的，大概跟猎狗差不多。
I don't know anybody who ever came out this far.
Stand and deliver! Always wanted to say that.
Huh. 干原本想偷偷接触的，现在好玩。
Wow, you crossed them all off, like some sort of heroic accountant running down a list. Teach me your ways. Only thing unscrewed around here is the head of that marauder you took down. Never seen moves like that outside my serial dramas. You, on the other hand, you were a sight to behold. If I had half your skills, I'd be the greatest outlaw the coast has ever seen. I'm great at clarifying. No. I insinuated myself into their company, see? And they didn't seem to mind one whit. I may have bartered them a few boxes of Adrena time, but yeah, I'm sure that's got nothing to do with it.
这孩子脑子没病了。
I don't know. The vital processes that constitute the miracle of life are mysterious and unknowable. Oh, you mean around these guys? The Marauders wouldn't hurt me. They love me. I'm practically their queen. Yeah, must be my natural charisma. I got kicked out of Edgewater on account of falling sick with plague and stealing some medicine to treat myself. I'd heard some outlaws set up camp in the botanical labs. I decided to throw in with them, seeing as I always wanted to be an outlaw myself. Instead, what do I find? But a bunch of former workers camped out around a greenhouse. I couldn't just go back to the cannery, so I was stuck with them.
哎呀，
I've got all the time in Halcyon. Why? Adelaide wants me back on garden duty or something? Thanks, but I'm not going anywhere.
This is where I belong.
人都杀光了，大姐，你有看到吗？
I doubt that. Nobody in that camp really cared about me. Wait, you're telling me he's got a copy of the Mass Marketeer? Why didn't you say so? I'll take my stuff and head on back, I suppose. Grace is gonna be glaring knives at me, so I've got that to look forward to.
看这家伙反社会人格，看这片惨状，然后他的反应就是，啊，这里是我的家，我才不要离开这里。哇哦，认真，算了。嗯。哦，我觉得还是先把这个点高再说吧。不急吗？刚开始玩而已。感觉马上就要开始改重量了呀！照我这种囤东西的方法。唉 ，OK。 震荡。干！我刚刚就被那个鬼东西给阴的，气死我！哇哦！没事没事，我们天生回血速度够快。是说好在我玩的是最简单的难度，不然刚才早就死了，死不止一次了吧？你猜怎么着？
What
我
is
搞
it?
定了。
We didn't always get along, but I'm glad to know she's safe. What happened anyway? You pretty much did my job for me. Least I could do is pay you for your trouble. Let me know if I can do something for you. I don't know what you did to talk some sense into Zoe, but I appreciate it.
OK， 好，就这样了。逃亡者手枪。是声望吗？接纳。它是打能量子弹。 不要怕嘛，我又不会没事情开枪打你，对不对？少见多怪。哎呀，感觉当坏人比较好玩呀。
Zoe says she fought her way out of a marauder camp with her own bare hands.
没有啦，也没有到赤手空拳的程度啦。
Fresh off the limb, and that includes canid meat.
我先出手。好的，然后修理。 哼，那我只能说，改了钱之后真他妈任性，哈哈哈哈。OK 了，五指左轮，太空人之选。 加开手跟科技，是不需要的。好了
Keep your wits about you, friend.
Yeah. 我也是啊，反正疯的可以，跑去跟一只鸡说话。感觉这个回的速度也没有比想象中快啊。目标点。枪还是拿出来比较好。怎么那是敌人？太扯了！哨兵全部都死光光了。
I always wanted to poke around in here.
很显然我不可能直接通过那个电网。机器人也死掉了。掠夺者，掠夺者，掠夺者跟机器人打起来是吧？
Process invest.
战斗声响应该不太严重才对。哎呀！ 这走到哪都有卖，对不对？一样吗？
The control room should be off to the right. I hope we're doing the right thing.
电子加农炮。很显然，我们的负重超了。
Nice.
稍等一下。
That's the last of them.
Hmm. 好，高配电力。 唉，故障就知道没那么简单。
3 switches. That'll be easy enough.
unexpected.
Here we go! Wow, not even a scratch!
哇，这把武器也太炫了！
System.
Two more.
Security patrol.
What'll happen
image.
to Miss McDevitt's folk? Uh-oh! That's the last of them!
Halt.
剪好剪满。
No, 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 just leave me alone. Get away!
Mind the steam. You're liable to get scalded. Here they come! Down they go!
这孩子在干嘛？
That's the last of them! If we send the power to Miss McDevitt, what happens to the rail?
Ah. 是我太愣了，直接冲。
Halt. Searching for...
not sure what the ride is. All I know is the decision's final. Once we do this, there's no going back. Hey, mister? Look, I know you want your power regulator and all, but I just gotta ask you. Do you understand what you're about to do? I don't think you should cut off Edgewater's power. I think it would be cruel. I'm sorry. That just sort of came out all at once. Edgewater's hurting. We've been losing workers year after year, and corporate hardly ever sends replacements. There's barely enough saltuna to fill our bellies anymore. But the town's got some good people in it. Decent, hard-working folk just living their lives the only way they know how.
说的没错。
They don't deserve to be punished. Miss McDevitt's built something beautiful. Somehow she's talked the ground into giving life again. It's plain to see she's made the Vale a better place. Fed the hungry, tended the sick. Gave a home to those that had none. But Miss McDevitt delights in Edgewater's suffering. She wants to hurt the town. Do you really want to be party to that kind of hatred? Well, that sure sounds like Mr. Thompson. If he was standing here, I imagine he'd remind us of how we're all one big, happy Spacer's Choice family. In Mr. Thompson's eyes, those deserters are still part of the Spacer's Choice family. The family must work together in order to survive. I hate to say it, but I think Mr. Thompson's got a point. Unless those deserters come back, Edgewater's as good as dead. Cutting off their power might be the only way. Sorry, I didn't mean to babble on like that. I felt like I had to say something. Really? I mean, wow. Thanks. No one's ever told me those words in that order.
好吧。啊，2选1而已吗？啊。
Thinking of Edgewater, Captain. I'm glad the deserters are gonna be alright now they got power, but what about the town? All those people.
"看来这个游戏并不鼓励当店主。就会。 必须要为我自己的选择付出代价。这我刚刚丢掉的刀。哈。
Processing.
Oh my god.
Beginning security.
Here they come! Don't mess with us! We got him! Everyone all right?
嘛，我是还好。我那时候从哪里进来的？哦，这里。掠夺者。不会只有这样而已吧？呀！哼，回去找李德，认真。他等一下跟我讲说 ，You always think you fucking fun。哎。
Are we getting paid or not?
Any loss of productivity will be deducted from your pay. Oh, it's you. Reed told me I should be expecting you. He's inside. We pay by the finger. What do you have for me? Gil Antrim. Real name, Guillaume. Duly processed by a freelancer on behalf of Spacer's Choice. I remember him. He was just a kid last I saw him. Shame. I'll just need your signature here, 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 and here. Got any more fingers for me?
这也太出戏了吧
Something to report?
没有，没事啊。
You picked a fine time to visit, stranger. Foreman Granger, mind those words don't come out of your mouth unless preceded by yes or right away or thank you.
算了吧。 这种情况下你们还能工作，我就不相信了。
You want to know what gets my bile churning? Edgewater has suffered a cavalcade of disasters, plague, marauders, desertion. Then you wandered in town. And I was so damn sure our luck was starting to turn. I never knew how right I was. Just answer one question for me. Why'd you do it? Is that right? I'm dying to hear this. Please, educate me.
其实阿德莱的想法也不见得是对的，这4个选项怎么就没一个是我喜欢的？
Adelaide wants nothing more than to see this town suffer. To see me suffer. All you've done is satisfied her hatred. Whatever you were hoping to find down here, I advise you to turn around and leave. I have got guards posted with orders to fire on you. All right, easy now. Let's not do anything we'll regret. I'll order my guards to stand down. Take what you came for and then leave us be.
太怕了吧，笑死。还是先这样点吧。
Stand down, all of you. We're done here. You and I have done nothing.
好气啊，理得好气啊。
Where are we headed?
你也回不去啊！你跟我一起干了这一票，这边你一定不可能再继续待下去。我看看啊。 好了好了，告一段落，告一段落。
I used to skip rocks in the river till Constable Reyes ticketed me for unlicensed terraforming. I bet she was jealous. She don't know how to skip rocks her own self.
咔嚓一声，然后还能继续跑，哇塞！哇，笑死！我这个要角色扮演真的很困难。照我的人物的概要来看，你看，分明是一个性情好的收银员，可是我干的事情完全啊，太瞎了。笑死！
Is this your ship? Oh my stars, she is just so handsome. Does she have a name yet? What's her drive model? Oh, gosh. Listen to me babbling. When I was in Edgewater, I dreamed of flying on a real ship, working on a real
我看你也
engine,
只能跟着我混了啦。那
belonging to a
个
proper crew. Edgewater
先不
boat
管
lasted
水
another
岸的居
season
民以
without
后怎么
power,
办
but？
他们不会接纳你。
That don't change the fact that I'm indentured to Spacer's Choice. Company expects me back at my post.
怎么你还想回去吗？
I have imagined it, but until you came along, I never thought I had the choice. I want to ask you something, and you can say no. But can I come with you? I could tend to your engine. I know my G-valves from my catalyzers, and I can keep your ship singing. And if you ever need a pair of eyes watching your back, I can do that too. What do you think?
Sure.
Yes! I mean, thanks. You won't regret this, mister. Captain. I can call you Captain now. Ha! I got a captain.
没事。我对舰长这个称呼非常的熟悉呢。啊，你要去睡啊 ？OK。我这边弄一个段落，我也要去睡。
I appreciate you doing your part to hasten their demise.
哇，好酸啊！
What can I do for you, Captain? Do you know how to install a power regulator?
哦，我当然不知道。哎，
Outstanding.
原来我心里有数啊！
Your
我靠。
aptitude for engineering will prove invaluable in the event of another catastrophic engine failure. Our engine room is located behind you, across the cargo bay, up the ladders.
I'll be back.
Where are we headed?
啊，哈哈哈！啊，我的腿！ 其实我不需要那么多，哎。突击步枪留一把就够了。 好吧，我猜大概就这样，行吧。哎呀，搞得很夸张啊！
What can I do for you, Captain? All systems are operating within acceptable parameters. I am prepared to bring the unreliable into low-altitude orbit. This should prove an adequate test of our flight capabilities.
啊，走吧。
We have received a communication request from Dr. Phineas Wells.
Aha, there you are, hale and hearty, and captain of your own ship. I see you're putting the unreliable to good use. Shame about her former captain, horrible way to die. How are you feeling, by the way? I lost track of you in that cave back there. Experiencing any, unnatural drippage? Perfectly normal side effect of thawing, I assure you.
我怎么就不相信你？
Oh, that, yes, that's probably permanent. I wouldn't worry about it, though. I'm sure you're fine. What you saw in Emerald Vale is happening all across the colony. Food shortages, lack of supplies, and basic necessities. We're dying. The chairman, the minister, and all their lackeys on the board are to blame. The Hope has some of the brightest minds Earth ever sent us. If we can revive the Hope's colonists, they can help us undo the board's mistakes. They can help us set things right. You need to get to Stellar Bay on Monarch. I have contacts there. They'll help me, help us, find the chemicals to revive your fellow colonists. Gladys Kelly, lovely woman, runs a cozy little black marketing outfit on the Groundbreaker. She can get you a nav key to land on Stellar Bay. Gladys and I have been doing business for years. Her smuggling credentials are unimpeachable. If anyone can get you a key to Monarch, it's her.
哎，我现在也是个罪犯了呀。好了，那就别啰嗦
Excellent.
了。
I'll send her a wireless. Let her know you're coming. By the way, I gave Captain Hawthorne a disguise apparatus of my own design. Cutting-edge technology, years ahead of
可
its
是他把
time.
自己给笨死了呀。
I call it the holographic shroud. I'm sure it will prove remarkably useful to you. You'll find it in the captain's quarters.
怎么还可以不拿吗？
Marvelous device. I'm quite proud of myself. The shroud changes the user's appearance to mimic that of another. It has limits. First-generation technology, you see, but promising. Exciting to see it in use at last. Very simply, the holographic shroud uses biometric information contained on standard identity cartridges to generate a holographic projection around you. Only stands up to a casual scrutiny. Use it too long, bound to flicker, blur, something like that. Movement makes it more likely. Best used in moderation. When you see guards in your path you can't sneak past, for example. Maintain your distance. Act normal. No running, no jumping. Don't draw their attention. If they pay attention, they're more likely to notice
不
flaws
管
in
怎
the
么说，也是
hologram.
一个非常厉害的高科技。
Excellent. I'll contact you once you've found a way to get to Stellar Bay. If you have any questions, come see me in my lab. And remember, don't trust the board. They'll try to win you over with promises of wealth and power, but it's a lie. The board's only interested in filling their own pockets. If we don't put a stop to them, they're going to run this colony to the ground.
Transmission ended. If you are ready to depart, please select a destination on your navigation terminal.
我先去找一下啊，你说寝室吗？
Please avoid damaging yourself or others while you are out.
Yeah, so
How's it going?
this is my hidey spot now. I was looking for a place that was quiet. I figured the kitchen would be louder than the hold, so here I am. Cozy like, ain't it?
挺会挑地方。啊，直接赶走。
That's in pretty good shape considering how hard Mr. Hawthorne ran it. It's a Yakita LHA 120, A2 model, I'm pretty sure.
你比我还清楚。
The Block 2 design scooshed in extra cargo space, but didn't change the stock engines. Probably a touch underpowered, huh?
Accurate in all particulars. I conclude you are Edgewater's board-certified mechanic.
Fly-by-wire's pretty normal. Or leastways, that's what I read in the trades. I've never been on a real ship before. Hello! I am not a board-certified mechanic, but my dad was. He taught me all he knew. Do you understand?
Speech recognition is one of the many skills I have been programmed to simulate.
You're not simulating it, you're doing it! I asked a question and you answered it.
I am gratified you consider this facsimile convincing.
这东西还会开玩笑哎，拜托。
I am at your disposal, Ms. Parvati. You will find the technical schematics in the engineer's locker, though I'm afraid Captain Hawthorne has lost the owner's manual.
I don't see any holes in the hull. I'll take a good squint at her, make sure everything's tip-top. But I think we're cooking with plasma torches. You can do that, you know. My dad taught me how to make grilled cheese sandwiches with a plasma torch.
不会，你待着挺好，我不会叫你一个人上路的，放心。啊，这是他的房间，我可以在这边了解他的故事，不错。那我的房间呢？
Is it time for your regular daily period of consciousness?
替代了他的身份。 什么？哇哦！我的天！居然吗？太狂了吧！ああ、なるほど。一个轻武器，一个能量武器，再配一个重武器，使用效率上大概会比较高一点。这样，剩下的都转移了吧？医疗用具带满身。嗯 ？What? Oh yeah. 提升负重上限，但我既然已经改了负重的话，这大概就是我最不需要的东西了。
Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance? The unit is a cleaning SAM. Hawthorne brought it on board some cycles ago, I'm sure with the intent to modify it, but I've never seen it up and running. Alex likely recorded progress notes detailing his efforts to modify SAM.
我都没看。
If you check the terminal in your captain's quarters, we may be able to determine what work remains in order for SAM to properly operate. What part of the colony would you like to discuss? Ah, yes. As Dr. Wells is a wanted outlaw, he built his laboratory into an asteroid. Orbital destinations can be challenging to land on. His more so than most.
所以我要回去也是很困难的。
How can I be of assistance? I have lots of minutes. Many minutes. Unlimited minutes, perhaps. Providing an adequate power source, I can function indefinitely. I prefer to think of it as being in a state of slumber, perhaps for an indefinite duration of time. Do you think that is what it's like for the colonists on the Lost Hope? When I simulate myself in such a scenario, I do not find it to be desirable.
你已经几乎是个
I
人类了。
think my self-preservation protocols incline me to desire the alternative. Fortunately for you, I am similarly programmed to protect the ship's captain and crew. Do you know what it feels like when the ship undergoes an unexpected power surge? A jolt to the system. I have felt that. I do feel that. As you may be aware, Captain Alex Hawthorne was a smuggler of some repute. I failed to predict the likely outcome of his reckless behavioral patterns. I should have predicted that. In our travels together, Alex liked to pass time by, as he called it, tinkering to improve my design. Oh, I know you are not the same Captain Alex Hawthorne who died in Emerald Vale due to excessive internal and external
这么
bleeding.
幽默。
I have required you to assume Hawthorne's identity in order to sync your commands to my interpretation protocols. I've since registered you as the captain of the Unreliable. You're welcome to continue lying about your identity if you wish, but I know the truth. I am relieved to hear it, Captain.
几乎已经是人类了。
No, but I am programmed to put you at ease by saying so.
All right.
How can I be of assistance? Certainly, Captain. What would you like to hear? Now playing a Spacer's Choice advertisement jingle.
哦，拜托不要。
It's not the best choice. It's Spacer's choice.
My pleasure, Captain. As you wish, Captain. I must comply with all direct orders. Take care. I require a functioning captain to run the ship.
唉，谁也没想到，那个舰长居然会笨死，笑死！哎，对，哦，我突然不想喊住他，我想看他会走去哪。你在干嘛？哦，我看这东西好好的啊，你烧它干嘛？嗯，好吧，我猜我如果不说话的话，它会一直这么做下去。
Something busted, Captain?
没事，好，OK，就这样。 先玩到这边吧。本来没打算玩那么久的。好了好了，晚安，你也去睡了吧。看到这边，你应该也很想买了吧？自己买来玩比较好玩啊。先这样，拜。